Hey guys, I wanted to talk about this build. Ishbu has been running this build. A lot of the pros have been running this build in Hero League, as well as a few of them have been running this in actual pro play. This build is essentially based off of your E and all of the different talents that you can get from your E, with the exception of like Zealous Glare. But effectively, how this build works is level 1, you get either Hold Your Ground or Laws of Hope. Laws of Hope gives you free healing, so if you're worried that your healer is not going to be healing you that much, Laws of Hope, 30% of your health every 40 seconds, and it doesn't cost any mana, plus it also increases your regen. Definitely something that you want to check out. Hold Your Ground, if they have a lot of CC on your team, makes your Iron Skin a bigger shield and lowers the cooldown. Both are very, very good talents. Level 4, this is really what the build is based off of, is the Sins Exposed. Marks the enemies for 4 seconds, increases the damage that you do. And the reason why this is so powerful is not just the fact that it can give extra damage to like the backline. Say you've got a Genji or someone on your team that's going to be diving in. But you can toss your Sins Exposed on them, and then the Genji can dive in and there's extra damage. But the real reason why this is so powerful is it gives you wave clear. And I'm going to show you later in this game how powerful this wave clear actually is. This is a game that we kind of struggled on. The enemies won a couple more objectives than we did. They had a Sylvanas, and it was just very difficult for us in general. But we did pretty well with it. You saw a derp shield right there. I know you saw it. So Sins Exposed allows you to have wave clear on Johanna, allows you to be very, very powerful. Then at level 7, you get Blessed Momentum. Your basic attacks reduce the ability cooldown. So you can normally get about 4 of these off per E. Means that you can shave off about 2 seconds usually, sometimes more than that, making it to where you're more likely to get more blinds off, as well as more, with more blinds means that you get more damage. Level 13, you get Blessed Hammer, which makes it to where you send out these hammers that hit the backline, and you combine that with the fact that you're going to be using your E on all of the enemies, means that you pretty much can get 2 Blessed Hammers off immediately in a fight, followed by the fact that you can lower the cooldown of your E and possibly get 2 more of these off in the fight, which means 2 to 3 more Blessed Hammers as well. So all in all, you're getting all these things that are synergizing really well together. Really well together. Sorry for the cough, guys. I still have a cold. But it really synergizes well together. You have the Blessed Hammer, you've got the Sins Exposed, and and then at level 16, you get your E now heals you whenever you do damage with it. So effectively what's happening is you will be healing, lowering the cooldown of your heal. Also, you're going to be healing from your Laws of Hope, and you're going to be increasing damage of everything, and you're going to be sending out hammers the whole time. You just become this like monstrous force that's like impossible to deal with. So once you hit 16, you're really, really powerful. Level 20, there's 2 options that you can pick, Indestructible or Blinded by the Light. I personally really like Blinded by the Light, even though I think the Indestructible's better. I just really like to be able to shield my team. I'm a support player normally, so being able to give allies a shield for 25% of their maximum health for 3 seconds every 60 seconds, plus this is lowered by, or the cooldown's lowered by 8 seconds for everyone you hit with your shield glare. It really works out in general just because just because you're already going to be lowering the cooldown of your E. You're already going to be using your E on as many people as possible. So you can constantly be shielding your team, as well as blinding the enemies, as well as doing so much more. You just become this like extremely high utility hero. And a lot of people think that Johanna is not really that amazing of a tank. But look at this like wave clear, for instance. Like I can drop a wave by myself very, very fast. And on maps like this, like Haunted Mines or Infernal Shrines, where killing minions is important, you'll notice that this build really, really thrives. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit so you can see. I mean, we go in for that, but I'm going to fast forward. I'm going to show you just a little bit on how this wave clear really works out. And the other thing that's great about this is this build works really well in chaotic fights and in regular structured fights. If you get a structured fight, you can follow up stuns with Blessed Shield and lead to kills really easily by blinding them. But in chaotic fights, it's nice because you can quickly blind their main damage dealers, and then you can use your Condemn and your Punish to keep people away from your team. You see I quickly blinded everyone, tossed out my hammers. I did an ult just to, or I thought I did an ult to interrupt that, but. And again, chaotic fights, it's thriving. Like, I'm easily going in and out of these fights. I'm healing a lot, and I'm really, really effective. So you can see how I don't really have any trouble with any of these. I'm quickly clearing off minions. This build really thrives in cleaning up minions. Takes out enemy heroes. Pretty good for saving your team. Even though, right as I say that, the Jaina died. But, yeah, so I back up here, and I'm going to fast forward just a little bit. And the other thing is this build's pretty decent at clearing camps. I'm not going to say it's fast, but it's faster than most of the tanks. If you ever look at like an ETC trying to clear, or a Stitches try to clear, it takes forever. But the fact that I'm lowering the cooldown of all three of these abilities, and this one's doing extra damage, it's not that difficult to clear camps very quickly. So you'll see that I do that quite a few times where I can go up and blow up a wave. But this is really where I wanted to show how much this build thrives. Is I know that this is going to get us this, which is going to get us level 16. So I just want to stall out this fight for a second, wait until we're 16, and I want to show you how powerful this build is. So I pick my talent, and I immediately start walking right into where I need to hold up the objective, right? So this fight would normally look really bad for most people, right? You're stuck right in here. Your team is in a really tough position. Phoenix is doing damage to your hammer. This is a really bad fight. So you'd think. However, this is actually exactly where you want to be for a Johanna in this build. The reason why is because you're going to be able to get your shield glare back up pretty soon. All you need to do is pull people in, slow them down. You could use your R to stop this ult if needed, but it's pretty much already done. You still have your Iron Skin. You still have your Laws of Hope. And by the time these go through, you're going to have another shield glare, which is going to heal you for a whole bunch. This is a perfect spot for you. So just watch how this plays out. Pull everyone in. Ring lands. I did my Q to slow them so that the ring wouldn't miss anyone. I popped both my Laws of Hope and my Iron Skin to make sure that I couldn't be knocked away by Yrel. And when the Laws of Hope, or when the Iron Skin ends, I'm going to have a lot of health, making sure that I'll be okay. I'm simply auto-attacking so that I can get my cooldowns back faster. As you can see, the shield glare coming back. I activate my Blessed Hammers. Then I did a shield glare, finished off everyone. My Blessed Hammers is almost off cooldown already. We wiped their team except for that Phoenix and absolutely destroyed them. We then take this situation where we've been pretty much down this entire game. We were down levels, we were down kills, we were down structures, and from that one fight where I knew I was in a good position and I pulled everyone together, I survived through just about everything. We take that one fight and we start pushing forward with it. And I just want to show a little bit now. Wasn't really sure what we wanted to do here because there's no camps available. I knew the next camp available was going to be here, so you could see that I was kind of prepping up here. I want to show you this wave. Like, this is what I'm talking about for wave clear. If you ever have teams that are just doing really dumb stuff and you feel like you need wave clear as a tank, this is really the build you need to go. So just watch this. Boom. What other main tank can actually do that? What other main tank can wipe an entire wave in about 2 seconds? I don't know any other main tanks that can do it that easily. I know like ETC has a decent amount of wave clear. I know a few other tanks can do it decently. Here's another fight where it's, again, one of those chaotic fights. One of the ones that this build can handle pretty well. Our team's all kind of low. We're all split up. My goal here is to take out Phoenix as well as save the hammer. I tried to interrupt his jump, but he saved his jump for a little bit longer. You can see, I'm just focusing on peeling for my team. Now I want to go back and peel. And now I want to go back in and initiate. You can see just the amount of damage I add to them allows it to where if this anyone wants to try to dive in, they always have that bonus damage on them. Makes it easy for us to kill anyone that we need to. Do you see how easy these fights are? Like, they're so easy right now. All it is me just, I silence, or I blind the Sylvanas, I blind the Yrel, and I blind the Phoenix. and they do no damage for 1.5 seconds. I get a lot of damage off on the back line, get a lot of CC off on the front line, heal, shield, whatever I need, and I can just bully everyone. And look at this like wave clear as well. Do you see? Like, what other tank can do that? Just 2 seconds, clears up everything. I didn't have my abilities up this time around. I could have just used shield glare right there instead and would have been fine. But you can see, like, on this map and on Infernal Shrines, just the the capability of being able to wave clear so much in this build is absolutely incredible. It really is. And she can definitely speed up things a little bit. I make a call and say pretty much push with ours, completely ignore theirs, because what do we have? We have camps and we have forts to defend against a 16 health one. We don't even need to worry about it. So I make the call. I kind of just wait here until the actual thing's here. And I focus once again on peeling outside of the Blessed Shield. If you haven't watched the Ishbu video that talks about peeling and engaging, you definitely should. It really explains my mentality here. I throw a shield right there and then some minions. You know, they needed to be stunned. I thought I stepped forward enough, but... So again, you just see me. I try to pop the Blessed Hammer before the shield glare, but sometimes I mess up. And I see that there's a lightning breath, so I use the blinded by the light. Shields everyone just long enough to where the lightning breath wasn't a threat whatsoever. I then blind their entire team, lowering the cooldown of my hammers as well as my blinded by the light. Get the hammers back out, takes out just about everyone we needed him to take out. And I could follow up and just peel off for my team as we take out the rest of the game. So that's this build. I just kind of wanted to share with everyone, explain a little bit on why I like this build so much after playing it. The Wave Clear Johanna build or the Hero League Johanna build, whatever we want to call it. I don't know what I'm going to call this, but I just kind of wanted to share with you guys how powerful it is and where it hits its power spikes. Level 4, you've got Wave Clear. Level 13, you can deal damage to the backline. Level 16, you're pretty much unkillable. And same with level 20. So it was just a powerful build, and I highly recommend everyone try out this build, especially if you ever feel like you just don't get enough wave clear whenever you pick the tank role. Try this out. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and feel free to check out some of my other videos. Thank you.